Between these iconic hedges, the field where some of college football's greats have called home. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Bruce Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going.
It gets out of hand one way or the other. Eddie, we can just put you block on you. I said if it gets out of hand either way, like you beat the hell out of me, I'm beating the hell out of you, we can just put you block on him. That way we can get out of it so we can both get off this shit.
Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started.
Oh shit, I kicked the ball. I'm tripping.
He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They'll try it over the left side. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, give on the inside. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, or proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, Dave. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team, how good your conference is.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
Well, there you're seeing the mentality of this head coach in the game, going for it on 4th down. A lot of guys would have tried to kick a field goal, but I think this guy knows, hey, we're not going to win this game putting threes up on the board. We need touchdowns. Nice attitude.
Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him.
Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, you know this this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
What up, Tony?
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
All I gotta say, Payne, is I told you what I was gonna do.
The offense set for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. Getting some heat. He's straight downfield. Nothing but green ahead. The 20. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. It'll be second down. And
oh, yeah, that was personal.
Without scoring.
He couldn't stop the run to save his life.
On the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them
all I know is his defense is a 95 overall. That 95 overall defense has got 67 points hung on it. That 95 overall defense just got 67 points hung on it.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Touchdown, Dogs! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put
that don't mean your morale's down. No green arrow don't mean your morale's down.
His name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of guy.
Yeah, but just because you don't have green arrows don't mean your morale's down.
Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score.
Hey, take that ass with you just got there, bro.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
That's cool. I just don't want to ever hear that phrase out of your mouth again. I won't ever lose to a white boy. Can't ever say that ever again. Well, actually, you can. You won't lose to a white boy. You just get your ass beat.
And this offense did such a good job on the
That's on me.
And the double coverage, and he picked it off. And he is taken
That's on me.
Touchdown Bulldogs.
Who's talking to him?
Play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do.
You're only as good as your last game. You're only as good as your last game. You're only as good as your last game.
So my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait
You
to
ain't
get
ever
back
down
out
put
there
that
after the
many
pick 6. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They've got him there.
Yeah, I just beat the shit out of you tonight. So why we talking about pass game?
Power football with the run.
Well, ain't do nothing.
Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. It's a thing at
You got 6
Clemson
losses,
to
sir.
run
You got 6
downhill,
losses, sir.
literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes
You got
it feels
6
like
losses,
this
sir.
running game's
Not
doing
5.
that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because
Hey,
they keep
who
the
is one of
tempo,
them
they keep
6
the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game.
Let me start going back for this, man. Focus on my game
So
over
many things to look at.
I'm down 7 now.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Come on, Eddie.
Looking for a man. It's Petrie. Throws
Oh,
for the
that's a-
tight end. He makes a catch. He's run out of bounds.
I don't know how he has caught that ball.
Receivers work tirelessly, tapping.
I don't know how in the world that ball got through there.
Natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time.
I'm going to take it.
Ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
How's vacation so far, Frank? So how's vacation so far?
It's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 25. Give him 6. Touchdown, Clemson. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position, you can still fight your way out. They'll get you a touchdown. That's a great drive by the offense.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And Georgia
no, I don't know. I think he's still kind of fat right now.
The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it. And now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, that I got to score.
He was kind of so much on me losing that game. I am interested in how they do that.
I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too.
You said what?
Let our serve get broken.
You don't think you're going to make it?
They'll ride the hot hand. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Yeah, I mean, me and Stonewall in the same boat with one.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
It's just like, I lost to him, you lost to me, and he lost to you.
Because they're not receivers, you really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
Just this
well, I know he's got the worst overall record.
Rise up on third and short from the 49. They're bringing heat. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Third and short like that on your side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Georgia sends out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon.
Bro, I definitely try to first
that. Great speed. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line.
Yeah.
The offense lining up for first down play.
I'm not sure how many University games are left. I'll look out for to get done though.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. First down to start the drive after the break. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Got enough for the first.
Yeah. Being ready to turn him down, then I'm going to
It makes a good gain.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes.
I think we'll get down on the last game.
On the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
God damn it. It pulled me way too far.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. Lowers those pads. Touchdown, Tiger. He shed tackles right and left and housed it. He'll try to tack on one more. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now first down from the 46. Grabbed in the middle. It's game.
God damn,
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down. It sets them up beautifully here. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start on this football game early.
Fires left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught. But how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Scanning the field, it's Meyer. Coming after it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the big play. And the ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Smashes through. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. He's taking the shot. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump starts the offense.
And man, We see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling
he slipped through it.
a score. And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Oh, he wants it all.
Oh, I didn't hit triangle in time.
The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Georgia! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Good throw already.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Let's see what they've got on second down. The give to the tailback. Worked its way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down.
And those little chunks keep annoying the crud out of you when you're on defense. It's just putting them in easy situations, chewing up 4 to 6 yards at a pop like that. Put you in a bad situation as a defensive coordinator. What do I call? Either way, priority number 1, we got to stop the run.
He finds his man.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Looking at a second and short now. From the shotgun, the inside give. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused into this running back, in this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. The Tigers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Back to pass, it's Petrie. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Gets it, and the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
Looking to throw on second down. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic. And this guy is having himself a day.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build more. Time to take a shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
Back to throw, it's Myers. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. The quarterback would love to have that throw back, but at least he'll brag that he overthrew that dude.
my arm strength is elite.
That's all the fast and furious,
I can guys that can run like that. Yeah, that's probably not what's coming to mind, but man, you just want to put it out there. Maybe put a little bit more.
He'll take the deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. One more snap coming before halftime. Trying to find his man on first down. Looking for a huge play. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means
Mitch, they allowing you to catch a whole lot of shit.
Yep.
Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after
you play somebody in the league.
Passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead,
I ain't played.
I
don't think I played one yet.
Winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job of passing.
Yeah, I played my whole series of
coverages as well, because they're
night.
probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Touch pass on the run. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Quarterback will audible. Back to throw, it's Meyer. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Georgia sends out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Slips through the line.
Oh, come on! This wasn't quite fast enough.
Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense.
God damn it.
Not
Come
much
on, Melvin. You
run.
got
Let's give it
blocked
one to
buddy.
the 33. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. A little release to the back. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Takes the handoff. It's Bland. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Handoff from the shotgun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. A 1st down for the offense. Dropping back, it's Myers. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man.
Pick that off, buddy. Come on. That's a pick six.
Those boys that can get after the quarterback that played relentless, those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down.
Bullshit, bro. Look at this.
Couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes a move. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They had this singing a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David. Oh, look out, there he goes! Touchdown, Clemson! And the stomping has commenced.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Purdue. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Meyer. Moving out of the pocket. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Going the other way, he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
It's hard for an offense to get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Nowhere to run on that one.
Breaking tackles.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second.
Huh?
Oh, I'm that running back that I got in Paisley. He's a power back. I'm pretty sure he has like 95 break tackles or some shit. Yeah. That's why he was breaking them tackles.
Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6.
They're going to 80. I'm just getting some bullshit. Actually, yeah, I just get the shit out of you.
But it is 3rd and goal. Floating away. Let's it go into. It's swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. It is good. And they just tack on a little more.
Yeah, my receivers drop every goddamn thing.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
Cats drop.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
Home block, cats drop.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through
God
that
damn.
last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on.
He just like, get off me.
Player, got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They're testing the right side here. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you're going to give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Running to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missiles.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Caught near the sticks, it's Yang. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Fast motion from the offense. To the air, it's Byers. Quick strike complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
After that last completion, it's second down. Wide receiver shows motion. The aerial assault continues. Going over the top. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are going to let it fly.
I knew it as soon as I threw it.
Defense. Got some room to run. The 40. He's at the 30.
Wow.
And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back into this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the field.
They'll start this drive with a pass. He's right on target. Touchdown, Dogs!
I had to pick one of the other.
I
didn't pick it in the open.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
And the extra point is good. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get landed up.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
They'll try the left side. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. in the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Looking to pass. It's Petrie. A little screen to the running back.
Oh, come on, bro. You gotta get in front of that.
Blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They hope to catch the offense being overly aggressive with the screen, but they got nothing. They got less than nothing and had to like it.
Yeah, and a lot of times that's just players making plays. Guys that see that and
George
it's kind of feel. You feel the screen, break on the football, go make a play, get a big tackle.
I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you
hit him in stride at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And the pummeling has started.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Western Michigan is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 38 to Boston College. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll let one go down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. That play just never had a chance to knock him down for a loss of 5. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Pressure coming. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He's looking on the right side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot.
Oh, no.
The flag is down. Let's check the call. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up.
Right.
I thought for sure it was going to be making a passer.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Man, that takes some serious onions. Backed up inside your own 10, and you're going for it on 4th down. No doubt.
They block a whole onslaught.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum. It's starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for a fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute this.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Trying to get to it. They get a rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
What, the baby still
on
weak?
4th down, looking to pass.
Nah.
Finds his man enough for the first.
It's just
And
this
they'll
game.
finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That's a great example of a receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh...
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost good.
Fuck open, bro.
Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and manage. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run. Shoot, you almost got the 1st down. Now you're set up for good success on 3rd down.
Touchdown, Tigers. And the punishment has been extended.
Okay, his 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Oh, he's going to go for the return. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11.
I should have got drafted by
We're ready to
Braves,
get another look at
I
this
just said
Bulldog
fuck it,
offense.
randomized
Not a
team.
lot to feel great about in this one,
Even
Jesse.
when you
Not
like
sure they'll
your
try to seek
Rosen
out some
show.
positives.
Well, this might be an
Yeah, I've been
opportunity,
doing
too, to go back
Well,
when they
man,
watch this
I've been
game and
doing
just
all
find the
that.
plays and the schemes that
Yeah, I need to start mine.
obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to
I haven't started mine yet.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to
Thank
go
you
back
for
to
loaning it.
film session.
I just got
More
followed
negatives
up
than positives.
with
But when you
AAA.
look at this week you got a week to figure it
Oh,
out,
yeah.
figure out what your offense
What
is
team
going
you
to be
end up on?
moving forward.
Austin.
Leaves it with the running
Second
back.
overall pick.
Just
said
sort
Boston.
of a relentless run,
Yep.
getting everything that was available
And I was
to him,
the
and they'll
second
mark him
overall
down
pick.
to 40.
Oh,
Got
yeah?
6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options
I
on
was
2nd and
surprised
4.
too. I just did
Back to pass,
random.
it's
I
Meyer.
could,
They'll
I
run
said
the screen.
pick what team.
I ain't even see him.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Yeah,
I
I
don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones.
That's pretty cool that you
can
can do random or pick your team.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has
Oh,
a
wow.
lot of work to do before their next football game.
And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much. We're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now you get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards. If that's
going for it all.
Damn it!
To the end zone and is picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what?
Going to take a shot.
Oh, wow.
A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. And he makes the extra point. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
First down here for the offense. Wants to throw. It's Petrie. A shot toward the end zone.
Oh, Petrie.
Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to
fires deep toward the end zone.
We'll throw another pick.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Touchdown.
How tall is that motherfucker?
And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
6'1", 6'2". Between 6'1" and 6'3".
You didn't think
I
it
can't
get
remember.
any worse, right?
He's got like 91,
this game's
92.
over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to